present to you Master Chief Jennifer Maestro, United States Navy.
Thought about what it would be like on this side. And I'm completely blown away. My heart's been racing the whole time. And I don't get nervous talking in front of people. And I wouldn't say I'm nervous, but it's just a very different feeling being on this side, sitting on the stage. So I took notes only because I know there's a time constraint, and I appreciate the Commander for approving the ceremony and giving me the platform to speak. I'm not going to talk about the young days. It's just we over here, his first ship. Thankfully, we didn't have the internet and we were coming up in the Navy and all that social media. So, bear with me. So the first thing I want to do is thank everybody who's taken time out of their day on the weekend to come and celebrate this great day. For those of you who don't know, today is my 31-year anniversary. So today, 31 years ago, I left for boot camp to join the Navy and what I call for this nation. But I want to take the time, especially for the people who coordinated this, because this is not an easy feat to do, to get everybody together. Without them, it wouldn't be possible. It takes a lot of work outside of their already busy days. Ray, amazing coordinator, friend. You always amaze me at the capacity to handle things. I want to say to you that it's time for you now. Okay? Work the next few months to set yourself up for success as you transition, and promise me you won't keep saying, I'll get to it. Because that time is going to be here before you know it. Trust me. And I'm here to help in any way that I can. For my SEER team, my brothers and sisters, leadership, thank you for all you have done for me. I don't think you will ever know what impact you have had. A lot of people think you get to, master chief position. I've been a master chief for 13 years now, and you think you got it figured out, but you learn every day. That's one of the best things about being a master chief, is that you have people that teach you new things every day, as long as you're willing to learn that. So, from folks checking on me every day, Savio always checking on me, Dorn for keeping me straight in transition, because if you don't have a good career counselor, you don't do what you need to do, and bad things start to happen, and you don't get the benefits and paid and all that great stuff that comes with retirement. So thank you guys so much. And Matt Franco for being my chaplain, because the contract priests can't do retirements anymore. So I appreciate you coming and helping with that. For OIC and AOIC, I can't thank you both enough for trusting in my ability, right? Like you mentioned, the triad is kind of a very unique position, and if it's not done right, things can be very bad, not just for us, but for the whole command, for the mission. So I want to say thank you so much. It means the world that you trusted me with my abilities, and even not knowing me. I've had a lot of people not trust me simply because I was a woman in the military, and I want to thank you for always trusting me and enabling me to do what I love to do the most. So, but Commander, I will take your advice to get on that floating and know that everything's going to be okay. So thank you. It's an answer. To my friends and neighbors who came out to celebrate, thank you. I know that, again, it takes time away from your weekend and your family members to come and celebrate this. And for those that this is your first ceremony, I hope I don't let you down. It really is a unique thing that we do in the military. So thanks again. And I especially appreciate my neighbors for watching out for me and Polly, because Polly's extra. So thank you guys, I appreciate it. And now for my family, my mom Barbara and her husband Ray, who drove from New York. I know it can be very challenging, but again, we did it 2 years ago, and I appreciate facing. And knowing that there's so much more out there for you, you were ready to pack up the car and Sebastian and drive across country. And what a trip it was, man, from paying coffee in the AC to the drive-through in Dairy Queen. And then ultimately having to convince you that after 2 weeks that you needed to stay in California because it took us a long time to get out here and it would be worth it. You've done amazing. You've had your own business almost 20 years, and I'm so proud of the woman that you've become. You continue to support me in all my ventures. You take care of the house, but most of all, take care of Diego and Paulie. As we all know, Paulie is extra, so thank you. I would have been able to do this without you. Yeah, he would not have the life he deserves without you. So, and you have the most amazing and caring companion, Sean, who I am proud to know and cannot thank him enough for all he has done for me and Paulie, but especially you. So, and finally, I want to thank God because without him in my life, nothing I would have accomplished would have been possible. His son Jesus said, "Put God first, and everything else will follow." If you hunger for righteousness, you will be filled, and I've always done my best to do what is right in His name. So again, 31 years of ups, downs, crazy sea stories, but most of all, it's the relationships that come with this, right? Like I have, Brian here, and how many years ago was it? Like 30 years ago? First ship we were together, and I see people here, throughout my career, so that just, that speaks to how the relationships are when it comes to the military, right? Like, 30 years ago, right till now, so. I would say that the forged on the deck plates, but I know some of us have not spent a lot of time on ships. But that's okay, because we're doing hard work. That's something that's not that. All right, so the Chief's Mess, my brothers and sisters, and future brothers and sisters, because you're all in here, you say Navy, I can guarantee you that you're gonna put those anchors on. I wanna give you this. I put my anchors on September 15, 2005. So take a moment and think about where you were when I put my anchors on. 2/3 of my career, over 20 years. So this is what I'm going to speak to because this is what I know. So what does it mean to wear anchors? We have no instruction, policy, or message that governs what the Chief's Mess is, does, or stands for. So take a close look at the paper we sign once a year, right? Your evaluations. Okay, it spells it out: leadership, technical expertise, professionalism, loyalty, character, communication, sense of heritage. But what does it truly mean on paper? It means being an inspirational motivator and trainer, being visible and engaged on the deck plates or in the field, and seriously turning your leadership to every sailor's strengths, weaknesses, and goals to maximize the effectiveness. Professionalism isn't just maintaining a sharp appearance or being respectful, but it means staying current and a strong advocate of all the Navy's policies and procedures, especially now with all the changes. I feel like I'm leaving kind of at a good time because there's a lot changing. So kudos on you guys. You guys are going to do great. Be a leader in physical readiness. I know that's kind of easy here. It's here because of what the nature of the job that we do is. But when you guys live here, you're going to have challenges. So making sure that you're keeping people straight. And we need to actively work to ensure that our sailors trust us, because a lack of trust within a division or command that leads to bad morale. It affects the mission, and if you don't have the answer when somebody asks you questions, don't shoot from the hip, right? Find the answer. We are not perfect by any means, but words matter. I know you guys hear that a lot. Words matter. All right. So leave you all with this, brothers and sisters, future brothers and sisters. Be the chief that your sailors deserve. Just because you are an anchor doesn't mean you get to take your foot off the pedal. Keep pushing. What do I tell you guys, right? Look in the mirror every day and be what? Earn the right to wear that anchor every day. Okay. That goes with the future anchors in here as well. Keep pushing. Being a chief is predicated on credibility, right? Choose your words. Again, both up and down the chain of command, right? Because I'm not going to walk into the commander's office and just give him an answer because it sounds good, time being, and then it's not. Because once you lose your credibility and trust, it can be really hard to come back. Okay. Keep and celebrate history and right traditions. Keep true to the Chief's Mess vision, mission, vision, guiding principles, and continue to pay it forward every day, right? It's like a bank account. You know, the more you deposit, the more you'll feel better about taking that. Thank you again for giving me the soapbox to lecture. I know it's the last time that she's gonna hear the blah, blah, blah. No, I'm kidding. But again, thank you guys for coming out. And I love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Jen.